Hi everyone, I'm Carol Keller, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Illinois in the US, coming to you a day late from my usual Tuesday live. We're doing a Wednesday live today. I had to work late yesterday, and I'm excited to show you the card that I made today. It is a card that I've sent out for Easter, so I'm happy to share it with you. I got the idea from two other demonstrators, and I have to look at that. I know one of them was Sue Moore, and I can't remember the other person's name. I'll turn my camera around so that we can get started because I want to finish the card, and then my plan is to show you a sneak peek of the new in colors that are coming in the new catalog that comes out next month. I just got them the other day and they are gorgeous. So we'll do a sneak peek at the end. So let's get started. I'm going to turn my camera around. So let me show you first the card, my finished card. And I used the Daffodil Daydream stamp set and dies, and as you can see, there are no flowers on this card because I was doing an Easter card. Like I said, I saw this idea. Sue Moore is a demonstrator, and she did the cross with, well, I'll show you how we did it, but I got the idea of the cross from her and the butterflies. But then a different demonstrator also used a cross that we used to have in a set of dies, and originally I was going to use that, but I was away for the weekend and I forgot it at home. Got a little extra in there. I forgot it at home, so I said, well, I'm going to do the other idea, and I'll show you how I did it. It's a pretty cool idea, and I'm actually excited to share it with you. And then she also used this beautiful paper. So let me show you quickly what I used. The Daffodil Daydream set. We're going to use the butterfly. We're going to use the Easter Blessings stamp, but we aren't going to use any of the other stamps. For the inside sentiment, we're going to use a wish for everything. May the beauty of Easter fill your heart with hope. And to make that cross, we are using the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. There are several different ones that have wood grain, so you can pick your favorite one. I just picked one. I honestly just picked scraps of one that I had, and I'll talk to you about that process too. And I know that this paper is on the last chance list, and I'm pretty sure it is also discounted, but I can't remember how much. So I'll look that up and put that in the comments. So get it while you can. It's available till May 3rd or while supplies last. And then, of course, I use the gorgeous New Horizons 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is probably the most used set that I've used in the catalog, and for sure the most used paper. So those are everything. That's everything that I used. So we're going to get started with the card. Got a basic white card base, my typical one. Let me grab my bone folder. And for my cards, because I made a bunch of them, I used different sheets of the Designer Series paper. So this was one that I used that I really liked because I liked the color of the sky. It made me think of Easter morning, and so I really like that one. And this one is one of my other favorites in the set, so in the paper pack, so I use this one too, so we'll use this one today. And you're just going to cut it to the size of your card front, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or in centimeters, 10.5 by 14.9. So I'm going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue, and we're going to put that on right away. And even the back side would be good to use. These papers are just stunning. I actually just ordered another, I think it's my 4th pack that I've ordered because I've used it so much. And I do like to have a full pack. My friend Mimi knows about that. She's one of my downline, and she and I are definitely on the same page. When you use paper, you have to get another pack, which is why I have lots and lots and lots of paper here. One of my summer projects is going to be actually to go through, and I think there's going to be a big sale coming sometime this summer, so stay tuned for that. All right, so we've got that on there. We're going to do some stamping. So the first thing we'll do is the sentiments on the front and on the inside. So I've got my Memento black ink. And like I said, we've got Easter Blessings for the front. And I did have an issue when I was stamping this. So if I don't have a problem, I'll explain to you what I did. And if I do have a problem, then I'll show you. And one thing too, let me get a scrap so I can show you this. Sometimes the rubber stamps are off a little bit, like they're not exactly straight. So if I line this up with the grid paper and stamp, you see it's not quite straight, it goes up a little bit. And the way you do that then is just to move it a little bit. So it looks a little crooked here, but when you stamp on your project, it's straight if you make that adjustment. And I did not have the problem I had, which is good. I had a problem that the G and the S were not quite stamping clearly, and I just want to show you how I fixed it in case you do have that problem yourself. So this is what I did. I took my basic black marker and I just filled in just a little bit, and I was able to make it look like I had stamped it completely. So that is something you can try to do. Not with the blends, but with the Stampin' Right markers, not the alcohol markers. And then for the inside, got my sentiment. And I think this one was pretty straight. I checked it out earlier, and it was pretty straight. Yep, not too bad. So we've got that stamping done. And then also on the inside, I stamped some of the butterflies, so we'll do that. I stamped 3 of them in the 3 colors that I used on the outside. So first, Misty, Moonlight. And it doesn't really matter which one you do first, as long as you make sure that you clean in between. And then we'll grab fresh Freesia. And we'll stamp another one. Maybe up here. Clean it. And then last but not least, we're going to use the polished pink. And I'll do the same thing on the envelope. I'm not going to do it today, but I did do the same thing on the envelope. So stamped 3, and then I would just put 3 in the corner on the envelope. So that is all of our stamping. And then what I did to make the cross is I took some of that paper and I put an adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm going to fess up and tell you that, again, I did this when I was scrapbooking this weekend. I did not have my Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets, and I missed them because this worked differently. It's kind of plastic on the bottom, so it didn't run through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine as well. I had to basically cut them all apart, so definitely use the Stampin' Up! One. But you can't even probably see, but I have die cut a bunch more. So the way that I did that is I took, that's right, I think I forgot to show you the dies. These are the dies that go with the set. I used the stems because that's what the other demonstrator had done. And I just laid them like this and ran them through the machine. So, because you don't need the top end, and I only needed, well, I used, it cuts about a 4-inch strip. So I cut one of those in half, and here they are. So I just cut it in half to use for this part of the cross. And then the other ones, I cut 2 of them and I cut them down to 3 inches. So these are 3 inches and these are 2 inches. And that gave a good proportion. I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining out there. And so I need my take your pick tool, and we're gonna just take the plastic backing off. Oh, actually, it looks like I can peel it right from here. Perfect. That makes it easier. And I'm just placing it where it looks like it's in the grass. And it was a little different based on which card I used, how far down or up it was. Some of them, even with the scenes, I felt like, you know, there was water here and it was way up the land where you would put the cross, so I didn't use those. So that's something you do want to keep in mind, is find one that's going to have the right look. And then we'll take these off. So those I just laid down, burnish them with your finger, make sure they're on there really well. And I purposely offset them because I thought it looked nice. For the cross ones, the crosswise ones, all I did initially was just stick it down in the middle, because we are going to put ribbon behind it, and so we don't want it to be adhered all the way, or that's going to be a problem. It's going to tear our paper. So And so I'm going to lay those again a little offset, and it looks like it's a little crooked. I'm going to straighten it out. Yeah, that's a little better. And so then I have my crinkled seam binding ribbon in Whisper White. And so I'm going to tuck it under one side. Now I'm going to make sure I burnish. And then I just make a little loop and tuck it under the other side. I'm going to turn it sideways just because of where the ribbon is here. About like that. Press it down. We're going to snip it. And my scissors are a little sticky from cutting things apart, but hopefully this will work. Yeah, good. And now at first I just tried to lay it down, but it kept popping up. So the solution to that is a glue dot. And I just put it on my fingernail and put it here. And then we're just gonna flip it over. You have to play with it a little bit. And then there it is. There is the fabric on the cross. So all we need now is our butterflies. And I cut the butterflies. Again, it's a die from that Daffodil Dies set. And I used scraps of this paper. Like I said, I've been using it a ton, so I have a lot of scraps. So I just kept rolling it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or they fit in the mini, obviously. Just keep rolling through. I made, I believe, 30, enough for 30 cards, and this is card number 30. So I've sent most of them out. I think I just have one more to send, and most of them are out of state, but now someone's local, so that will work. And I'm bending them up with my fingers. I'm gonna grab those glue dots again, and we're just gonna put a glue dot in the middle behind the body of the butterfly so that it stays a little bit more dimensional. And I just put one in the middle and one up here. And then the last one on the other side. So again, that's where I got the ink colors, because I used Misty Moonlight paper, and some of them are darker Misty Moonlight, some of them are lighter. This is Fresh Freesia, and then this one is Polished Pink. And that's it. That is our card. How quick and easy is that? You do, like I said, the die cutting takes some time if you're doing a lot of them. It's not too bad if you're just doing a couple, but that is how you make that card. So I hope you like that. Like I said, I was really excited when I saw the ideas. Oh my goodness. I just thought both cards that I saw were beautiful, and I took ideas from both of them. And then I did want to show you, like I said, give you a sneak peek of some things from the new catalog that will be starting in just a couple of weeks on May 3rd. Let's start with, and these are just the in colors. I have some other things, some beautiful designer series papers, but I haven't opened them yet. So I'm going to preview the in colors, and I actually haven't opened these yet either. If you can see, they're still all sealed, but I wanted to show you. This is Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. Aren't they gorgeous? And I have the cardstock, so you can see what that looks like too. So let's see, we'll match them up. This is Orchid Oasis. Tahitian Tide is hiding. There it is. And then what do I have? Sweet Sorbet. And I don't remember all the names yet. Starry Sky and Parakeet Party. So those are the cardstock colors, and that's how they match up with the ink colors. And I also have some ribbon. I don't have the Parakeet Party, but I have the other ones. Look at these stunning colors. Oh my gosh, they're shiny and sparkly. I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can see that good. So I cannot wait to use those. And then I also have some embellishments that I got. These are the Glossy Dots Assortment, and this is for, I believe, 4 of the colors, or maybe just 3. Or this might even be Gorgeous Grape and Melon Mambo. I don't know, I'll have to look, but I got these. That was part of my pre-order, my first pre-order. I have 2. And so I loved these, though. I loved the colors. I think they are more brights. I don't think they are the in colors, but So pretty. And then these are in colors. This is some ombre paper. This is just a couple of the colors. I thought I had them all here, but I do not. I don't know what happened to, oh, I think I know where they are. Hang on, because the box is right here. Let's see. Yes. So I believe this is Orchid Oasis and Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky. Aren't those so pretty? So I love it. New catalog is so exciting. As much as we're sad to see things retire at the end of the catalog, it's so fun to play with the new stuff too. So that's some of that. Maybe next time I will preview some of the designer series paper, because like I said, I haven't even opened them yet. And so look for that. Remember too, like I said, that last chance list is the things, most of the things are available right now, but the stamp sets seem to be what's selling out this year, which is really unusual. Usually the in colors that are retiring are the first things to go. And the last time I looked, definitely some of the ink refills were gone and a couple other things, but I think all the cardstock was still available. So if you like the colors that are retiring, Just Jade and Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Misty Moonlight, I'll be sad to see that go, and Magenta Madness, now is the time to get those things. I have a host code out there if you want to order, so reach out and I will get that to you. And like I said, some of the things are discounted too. So lots of bargains on there. And if you want stamp sets, take a look, because many of them are already gone, but there are still some good ones. One is Tranquil Tulips, which I used on my scrapbook weekend this past weekend too, that we had fun making a card with. And that is still available. So take a look. You can just go online to stampinup.com and you can see what is available still, because you can pull up the last chance list and everything that's available will be there. All right, peeps, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. I so appreciate you watching, and I will see you again soon. Happy stamping.